In the universe, there is no inside or outside. It is only your focus that looks in and or out. But in reality, it's all one. And therefore, through the eyes of the heart, it's all complete in its fullness. So even if one would experience a separation, a pain of separation, if you look closer to any challenging energy, emotion, feeling, even this feeling of separation is close within. If you remove the mental component, the story of situation, condition, just looking closely at this bare and raw feeling, in this example, separation, it is not separate. Separation is not separate from you, from the now. It was never separate from you, from the now. So it's another kind of energy, another kind of feeling within. So you will recognize that you are the temple, the gateway, the sky for all feelings, energies to flow through. And thus the invitation is to recognize this deep closeness, deep intimacy, the non-dual, I will use some buzzwords now, the non-dual intimacy or closeness. Or simply to recognize the truth that none of the feelings are separate from you. And in reality, nothing is separate. Whatever happens from you, your experience, and most certainly from awareness, consciousness itself. So whether you need to discover more love, acceptance, more peace, or deeper listening, my invitation is to see closer the essence of peace, the essence of listening, the essence of love, the essence of any feeling, to look at the essence, to look at this absolute closeness, to recognize that closeness is also a feeling in you. So therefore, in reality, there is only one experience that can ever be experienced. The invitation is to come to absolutely unconditional heart or being. The absolute unconditional being. A pathway is to slow down and pause, to pause the story, to pause the situation, to pause naming anything in you, that it is my feeling, it is my emotion, it is my or I am experiencing, as if you are separate from yourself. So to slow down and pause of any internal naming, any spiritual naming, and to meet the essence, the depth of what is here as a doorway of recognition of impossible separation. It is an impossible separation. And I will repeat, it is impossible to be separate from now, from universe, from God. I haven't met anyone who was separate from the universe, from consciousness. I haven't met anyone. However, many are thinking that they're separate, but no one. It's impossible to be separate. So I invite you to slow down your assumptions, to slow down your perceptions, slow down your belief. And now many of you are recognizing something very close in you, recognizing this truth, that you know it, that this is the truth. It is familiar truth. And therefore we will explore this familiar truth of homeness, here-ness, now-ness, of every single moment, every single instant. It's so quick, it's an instant. And some of you are beginning to feel this adrenaline rush of excitement, and that the freedom is so close. So as you slow down the assumptions and beliefs and perceptions, it takes only an instant to recognize the truth. Less than a second. How close was hide and seek for you?
Not as close.
Not so close?
Not so close.
The hide and seek was not close?
It was...
No, listen to the question.
Okay.
How close was the hide and seek? Hiding and searching, going, coming back?
It was close, sorry. Yes, it was close. Come to think about it, yes. Yes.
So even if the mind runs away, the experience of it is so close. So that's how you can cut the distances.
Yes. Every time something happens, and I'm the observer, I say to myself, that is the distance.
And even how close is the observer? Also close.
Quite close. At times.
So you see that there are many situations. Then you come to observer. Maybe you notice that in meditation the mind runs away, but then it comes back. And then you're again observer, but even observer is so close. So come back to this closeness. Again and again and again. Sometimes through meditation, sometimes through observation, sometimes just recognition.
And it depends on the situation.
Yes, of course. Find the path to the closeness, depending on the situation.
So not so much curiosity, because it's not what's happening.
But if you come out a little bit out of that little corner, you will meet everything as it is happening. Can you see that there is a little cave? A little cave from which you meet everything. And if you come out from that little cave, then everything is as it is. So then it's all happening as it is happening.
Yeah.
Literally.
And curiosity for that.
Of everything.
Yeah.
Everything is absolutely included.
Yeah.
And then even that little cave is included. And the little cave is quite safe. But then you come out into the light, the world here, and then everything is included. So there is a preference to be in a more peaceful space and to say that nothing is happening or there's only peace, there's only that something there, but then to have a little bit of distance from what is here. So you see where there is a little bit of duality, a little like separation, a little bit of veil. Saying I like there and here, well, I don't know. And then how you meet how.
For me, like as in allowing.
Or you meet in meeting of everything. everything what is now. Even if a question arises, how do I do this? It's a question arising, how do you do this? You meet the question. You meet everything as it arises. All that is arising is here.
So I see that my mind has, or my ego has this way of coming in with problems, like making it seem like there's urgency or something that you should be more aware of at some point. But then I'm aware that it's not true. And then I just go back into the expansion and the enlightenment, I guess, inner peace.
And if you even name my ego or my mind, and just recognizing that your focus was captured into some sort of activity or thoughts or energy. So make that assumption that it's your ego, your mind, lighter. There will be less fighting then with it. So
that's closed in.
Yes, exactly. So you will see that it was another label, my ego, my mind. But what it really is your focus got captured into some thoughts. It got engaged into some feelings.
But even like when I just sink into the feelings, that's already a distance, because the feeling is already a distance from the story. The blueprint. It's already a nicer kind of a closer moment.
Yes, yes. So you can, as you slow down, you can examine a bit closer your assumptions, for example, that that's my mind, that's my ego. And if you look closer, what is it? What is this my mind? It's just focus engaged into thoughts, energies. Nobody has a mind, really. Nobody has ego, really. It doesn't exist in the first place.
Sounds so good, actually.
Yeah, that's the truth. And there is only perhaps a mismanagement of your focus and energies or feelings. Or reactions, involving getting lost in it. It's just a mismanagement of your focus and your experience, your feelings, whatever is here. So my mind, my ego, is no such a thing. And it's not even nice to have it, isn't it? Why would you assume that you have it? So it feels lighter right away.
Yeah. Much.
Assumptions can have a certain burden. So if you look closer at them, you will see that they are not real.
For lack of better words, something is searching for answers.
Mm-hmm. search is searching. Only search can search. The activity of searching is searching.
Yeah, exactly. And as just before you called my name, I said, so observe, searcher. And
Or the searching.
or the searching.
Don't even assume there is a searcher. There is just energy of searching, activity of searching.
Exactly. And that's
Don't assume there is somebody there.
It's just before you asked, like I felt me watching this, whatever is happening, and I said,
who is that?
Watching?
Yeah, who is that me? Like, who is it? I don't know. I can't see anyone. Like me. I can see assumption of me. A certain bundle of energy.
Maybe I should rephrase myself. I met with presence.
Okay.
And, you know, at the beginning it was difficult to understand. And I said, you can't be separate because you can't feel your body and feel emotions and feel everything. And so
you were guiding yourself.
I had a very good teacher. But yeah, I think I'm watching this maturation of my experience. And it's beautiful. I'm seeing like all of the less wanted and more negative emotions, they're coming to light in colors. Like as if they're unfolding and laughing. And
yeah, that's good, yes.
It's something, a phenomenon, like I'm seeing these very gruesome, very horrible images, but they're transcending.
Yes.
And it's like you'll never be away from one or the other, you can't stay. And as you said, you know, and I wanted to say it so much, like nothing can time this moment more perfectly than the divine. I see it in my reflection of my own experience, and I think who knows what else you couldn't plan it. Not even the best mind could, you know. So that's fateful question, and I laugh as I can see this question, you know, of if I'm free, then what am I experiencing?
So my curiosity is you or the I? And what is the assumption of that? Like, what is that really? If you soften up that assumption, me or I, everything is much more open and at ease.
There is.
You don't need to say that. Just yeah, it was just an assumption. Felt real.
It's pretty uncomfortable. It's very contracted and tight. Inside. All the way, it feels pretty not locked, but pressed.
Can you become more familiar with it? Yeah, this tightness, locking, pain, pressure. Just a few moments becoming familiar with it. I don't want to say acceptance, just becoming a little bit familiar with the pain, with the pressure, with the lockup, uncomfortability.
What's this word? Familiar.
What is the familiar? What does it mean?
Like really.
I would not say it's acceptance. I would not say it's allowing. I would not say it's letting it be. But it all is all of these as well.
It's a part of me.
Becoming familiar is all of these things. Acceptance, allowing, being, bearing, surviving, holding. It's increasing your capacity of going through it.
There's this impatience also.
Yes, 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 of course. Always.
It popped up. Because I can feel it's opening, but it's just.
Yeah, so that's how you increase your capacity of pain, of lockup, uncomfortability. It's a tough one, but healthy. Like in a military training. You gotta do what you gotta do. So you gotta increase your capacity to go through these very uncomfortable energies and difficult ones. Because if you avoid them, they will not disappear. They will chase you back. So when you meet these uncomfortable energies, say, all right, now I'm going to bear them through. And you sit down and you just bear it through, whatever it takes. And then you come out of it stronger, brighter. It's like polishing the diamond. There's so much pressure that makes a diamond a diamond. So that's how your capacity increases. To kind of come out of what you're focusing or what is here into just being here. Which, I mean, not in you, not being in you, but being here. You see the difference? Being in you, it's okay, there's this and that and this and that. But being here, it's a nice retreat, we're having a good time. Yeah, there's a choice. So be here in a retreat, enjoy the time, the tea, the company, the friends, people. Yeah, so that's a way of being lighter. It's quite nice actually to snap out a bit of yourself. To pop out of yourself.
Take a break.
Take a break from yourself. You just look around, you're in the you're in the daytime, you just look around and it's like, oh my goodness, I need a break from myself. The sun is shining, the sky is blue, all the plants are burnt to ghost. But the sea is blue and fresh. So it's good to snap out a bit of yourself into the now. Because actually this beautiful earth is providing so much always to us. And then people are a bit like, a lot of people are big whiners and complainers. There's so much identification with, my story, this is mine. And my goodness, how many things people are holding. Anger is mine, sadness is mine. People are claiming everything that they don't want to have. But it's there's a bit of error in human system. Some burn chips by default. So when you actually snap out of it into the reality that the earth is here, is beautiful, sustaining life, abundant, and I love to go to a food store. It's like, wow, amazing. and like I remember, maybe 20 years ago. I sound so old right now. But 20 years ago. You wouldn't find an Asian section, in the food store. No, there wasn't an Asian section. And now, you buy anything from anywhere in the world. Your basket is like a global trade. Eating kiwis from New Zealand, getting curries from Thailand, salads from Malta. just in one basket you've got the best of the world. It's amazing. And it costs like 15 euro in total. You don't have to work a week for it. You don't have to wait 3 months to get a product from, New Zealand or Thailand. And it's like we're very lucky in many ways. And it's just a reflection, In England, they have these, they brand the special products with the stamp of a royal queen, whatever. You noticed, some teas have that stamp. So it means that in the old days, only the queen would get something like a tea, especially good tea. And then they would kind of give it to others if there was enough of supply. And now, many things are stamped. It just costs €1 or €2. So when we really kind of snap out of our whole, this big suffering journey in our heads, when we come out of it and just look around for a second, it's beautiful. I will sound like a hippie, but I will say love is everywhere. When you really look around, it's abundantly provided. The sun, the air, the water, all the goods and foods and comforts and all these little gadgets, and to make your life more comfortable in the ways you never knew you needed it. So essentially, it's a pretty good time for humanity right now. If we ignore those dramas, of the usual. Yeah, so like that magic finger, boom, snap. Nice. And you can do that.